welcome. Thank you so much for joining us right here at 726 in Mountain Home, Arkansas. I'm Dan Willis, and right here it's...
I'm Karen McCabe.
Hey, Karen, how are you
Hi,
doing?
Dan. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. We were talking about you. You've been here for 4 years.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
How
Are
about
you ready
that?
for your exit interview?
Oh, is that the limit? Oh, okay. All right. Are you leaving or am I?
Well, I would probably leave before you, right?
Yes, but it has been 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
How about that?
Been good. It's been a good
Been
4
good.
years.
It has been, Dan.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good. Glad that you're still here.
Well, me too. I'm glad that you haven't run me off yet.
Well, there's nobody can do what you do at the rate I'm paying you.
At the rate, yeah. Let's put that on there. So, how are you?
I'm doing fine.
Yeah,
Now, you're in your last week of the play, and the play is called Play On.
Play On over at Twin Lakes Playhouse. Yeah, this is the last weekend, and people.
How are the crowds?
We've had some smaller crowds, but everyone that's seen it has just talked about how much fun the play is. It really is a lot of fun. But we've had some really good audiences too.
Good.
You know, there's a lot going on this time of year, but yeah, we have had a lot of positive feedback. So
Good.
everybody's having a good time.
Election is over.
Oh boy!
Aren't you glad with that?
I am, but I you know, yes, I am, but it was an exciting finale, wasn't it?
Did it go the way you wanted it to go?
Well, yes,
I actually
it did.
was
I have to
surprised,
admit.
weren't you?
I was surprised, but I'm not complaining. Yeah, you know, I'm
Well,
happy
depending on
today.
what part of the country you live in, you know.
Yeah.
I think Hillary got half the popular vote, which
Yes.
means that 50% of people in the United States, or depending on where you live, voted for her,
Yes.
and the rest of us voted for Trump. And but you know, I think it's time. You know, you have a wave of Democrats in there, and then you have a wave of
Yeah.
Republicans, and
It's a good
it's probably a good
balance.
time to make a change.
It's a good balance, but I mean, like him or hate him or whatever your feelings are, wasn't it a phenomenal year and a half watching?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I mean, watching him take out people one by one. I mean, it was just. He started
'em
with
out.
16 and then got the nomination and then went up against, you know, the media and the Clinton machine and all of that. It was quite fascinating to watch.
It was fascinating if you just look at it from a standpoint of
Yes.
how it all turned out. No one knew, even the experts, the polling experts, were totally wrong.
Yes,
So it's just an amazing thing. Life is amazing.
it is.
And once you decide you think you've got a handle on everything,
Nope.
you might as well.
Somebody throws
Yeah.
something in to surprise everybody. Well, we
Anyway.
probably will never see that again in our lifetime. That kind
Probably
of thing. I
not,
don't know.
and I really don't want to go through it again. It'd be nice to just, you know, and if it were somebody you really wanted in there, it'd be different. But you know, scraping the bottom of the barrel in both parties, it's just it's horrible.
Somebody said to me, "It's amazing to me that these were the two best
Yeah.
people we could come up with." Which you know, I wouldn't want to be in politics, would you?
No.
I mean, it's just an
No.
ugly business.
Yeah.
But anyway, it went on a little long. I
Yeah.
like it when they just campaign for 2 or 3 months, you know, and then we're done. But
Yeah.
whew.
Yeah,
Now
everybody's
it's,
happy.
now it's time to
yeah.
gear up. Now in January, after the
Yep.
inauguration, we'll be gearing up for the next 4 years. They
Yeah.
just get longer and longer.
Absolutely.
So anyway.
Well, you know, we've got a big show.
Huge
and I
show.
don't want to talk about time for things to end. This section of the show needs to end, and we need to move on and
think so,
get
too.
all of the. We have 6 different segments
A
in this.
lot of goings on in the community.
A lot of people gearing up for the holiday season,
Yes.
and we're going to be talking about gifts and different ways to benefit not only shopping locally, but coming up with some unique gifts. We've got gifts in front of us here. We're going to talk about a little bit later
Yes.
on the show. And would you like to go down the list of guests that are here today?
I would love to, Dan. And by the way, I'm going to be making out my Christmas list for you while we're on the show today.
Well, if you entice some
So-
of the people that bring in some of the gifts, maybe you'll get one of these.
yes, yes.
Or
that
maybe you
would be-
can purchase one.
That would be great too. Well, first of all, from Ozark Woodturners, we have Kathy Montgomery and Phil Wiles here, and they're going to talk about some of these beautiful things that they brought today. And then we have our friends Jerry Strobel and Jennifer Baker with Operation Christmas Child. It's time to gear up for that again. And Pat Ferguson is here with Craft Fest. Pat Ferguson and Jessica, and I don't know Jessica. Cleland, that's right.
Took me 8 years to say that.
Here to talk about Craft Fest, and I know that they're going to have a lot of great ideas for Christmas. And then we have, and I can't read my writing from here, Jennifer Fraunfelter with Night of Lights. Just share with us about that. And then it's something very close, very near and dear to your heart, isn't it? Mountain Home Lions Club auction. We have Phil Garner and Lucinda Blair here to talk about the Lions Club auction. And then finally, to talk about St. Vincent de Paul's Cookie Walk is Teresa Beckholder.
Okay.
So, wow, a lot of stuff happening.
A lot of stuff happening, and a big lineup of guests on this show. And we're going to go right to our first break and get that out of the way. And then when we come back, we'll be talking with Kathy Montgomery and also Phil Wiles of the Ozark Woodturners. We'll be talking to them in just 2 minutes. Stay with us. You're watching 726.